Hey everybody, this is Pops Reviews, and wow, hey, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I've taken a long break, for summer holidays, and I've just been working two jobs and that, so I haven't had the time to really make any videos. I've had lots of content I've wanted to probably make videos for, but yeah, just not enough time. Just lots of family things going on, and it's summer, and the usual things. So I just was enjoying a break and not really, having to make videos and that. And um, but I have a lot of content that hopefully will be coming through, and I'll be making videos for, and we'll just see how long my content will go for. And I'm just glad to be back and do a video for you guys. And of course, um, obviously I've had a lot of wrestling stuff on my channel that'll still be on the channel. But if you know my channel, I have all kinds of different interests, whether it be wrestling, sports, superheroes, and as you can see by this comic laying here on the table, comics and as well as martial arts and kung fu. So I love martial arts movies, the old school martial arts movies. If you watched any of my older videos, you see me do reviews on some of the different comics I have or different movies I've watched and whatnot. Um, so this here was actually I'm going to be doing two different uh, comics here. There's four comics altogether, but separated. One This is one here I'm going to be doing, and there's another set by another company. So this here was a Kickstarter. This was a Kickstarter kung fu comic. This is made by Sifu Curtis Fujita, or I call him Master Fujita. And this is the first issue of Shadow Ghost, and so it's Fifth Ring Studios issue number one, and as you can see, it's a nice, bright, colorful comic, and it's in 2023 Tiger Crane Enterprises, all rights reserved, and then you also have for the shadowghost.com. So yeah, so this was a Kickstarter comic that I had missed out on, and just only happened to come across it just by just actually looking up kung fu comics on YouTube, and coming across Master Fujita's YouTube channel, and then searching down Shadow Ghost and seeing all the background information of it being on Kickstarter. So of course I was super interested. I loved the colors of these characters, and wanted to get my hands on one of the issues. So contacted Master Fujita through, I believe, probably Kickstarter or maybe his own website. He has his own website, and he was very kind enough to, because this has been out for quite a while, I think now. But he was kind enough to send me an actual. I wanted a physical copy. I didn't want a PDF, so he was actually able to print me out a copy. So I was very excited. All the comics today, I've read through all these comics, so just so you know that. So, and then on the back of the comic, there's a little information for this Kablam digital printing. So, this is probably cool if something you want to get into with comics and that. This maybe is a company that will help you out. Maybe this is the company that actually helped him out. I'm not too sure. But anyways, Shadow Ghost. So, um, now the thing about this comic that I guess he's trying to separate from other kung fu comics, because I'm one that I loved reading some of the old stuff. I have some of the old Jade Man comics. The Force of Buddha's Palm was my favorite series. I didn't collect all of them, but I have quite a bit of them. And then I have the comics one series with the legendary couple, Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber, Storm Riders. So I have all those books and that. I have the Hero. So I am a fan of Kung Fu comics. I have quite a bit. I'm an old school collector. My brother always used to make fun of me because I always thought the old school comics, the Kung Fu comics, didn't look that great because, of course, he was into Marvel and DC, and at the time Todd McFarlane was drawing for Marvel, so of course, like his his art was just really, really out of this world at the time compared to some of those, Tony Wong, um, Jade Man comics. But we've come a long way, and here we are here. So Master Fujita made this Shadow Ghost. Now, as you can see, the Kung Fu comic by a Kung Fu master. So Master Fujita has spent many years training in martial arts, and I guess he is also a comic fan, a martial arts fan. Put them together, and so he decided to make this comic here, which is kind of cool. And and the thing that he's trying to separate from, I guess, from the other comics or other martial arts comics is this is made by a kung fu master. So he is a kung fu master, and he is trying to make it, I guess, as realistic as it could be for the fights and that. So of course, this is just uh, an introductory comic. So you're gonna get a lot of story, a little bit of story in this. So as you can see, I really like the art. It's really nice and colorful, and it's with a modern day setting, but with like kind of like old school martial arts characters. So the I'm not going to go through all of this because I want you guys to to go out and support this man and his product that he's made here. Um, but as you can see, like they try to make the fights realistic with the blocks and how you would block a kick if like that if it was coming in, and just the way, like, I guess the art of the certain strikes in that uh, is very well, I guess, what you would say maybe proportioned, I guess, to how they should be thrown. So that's what he's trying to get through his comic, is that it's like more of a, I guess, a realistic approach to how the fights would be in with the martial arts fighting. So the story is really, again, it's an intro story. So you have a group of people here that are training at a dojo, and there's the one kind of like the bully student that's he's actually the son of the master here at the dojo, and so he's kind of like a bit of uh, how do I describe? I guess like I guess he feels like he's kind of privileged of sorts because his dad is the master, that he could finally get his way. But then his dad tries to, usually put him back in his place, and then he doesn't take too well, and so he's kind of a bit of a brat in that way. But yeah, the story, uh, so you have this group of people learning under this master, and then there's one of them, this guy here with the blue hair. He he knows that there's like a shadow ghost out there. The shadow ghost is obviously this character here who's kind of like a fantasy type character. So he's trying to, like, you read about the backstory a bit of Shadow Ghost, um, and what his ideas are, type thing. And so you have this the story of these particular individuals here, and then you're learning a bit of Shadow Ghost. And then there's another bad man who's coming out here and challenging different schools and that. So as you can see, the art is really well nice, and there's not too much reading. These books here, they go through pretty quickly because there's not a lot of dialogue, how it used to be like with the old Marvel comics when Stan Lee was writing, and there's just bubble after bubble after bubble of just just like text of writing. So these comics, you'll just breeze through them probably within, like, take you probably a good 7 to 10 minutes to probably read a comic here. But very well written. The art, the action is very nice, and it's colored really well. And I'm very, very excited to read whenever issue number 2 comes out. I am excited, and Master Fujita, yeah, you've done a good job here. This is looking really good. So I don't want to give too much away. I want you guys to support and read the story. It is an intro story, so again, you're not getting down to a lot of the main fighting, but there is fighting, obviously, as you're seeing, and it looks to be like it could be a really well done series here if he continues to move on with it. So this was Sifu Curtis Fujita's Shadow Ghost that was on Kickstarter. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the next company that made their own comics here. So this is separate from uh, Sifu Curtis Fujita's Shadow Ghost. This is totally separate. So we're going to move on to my next set of comics here. Okay, so here's the next set of comics made by this line called Kung Fu Comics, and this is really really exciting. I came across Kung Fu Comics. Now this is totally separate from the first comic I showed you. These guys are separate to the first comic I showed here. This is Kung Fu Comics. The other one is a Fifth Ring Studios Curtis Fujita comic. So this is totally separate. Just want to make sure that that's clear. So this is Kung Fu Comics, and one thing I will note that all the comics that I received, they all came really nice in a nice packaging, and so they were really well taken care of. Just so you know, if you ever want to order these comics from any of these individuals, of course, for these ones, I will be putting links in the description. So if you want to check out the websites, or check out if you want to see what different comics they have in that. So this one here, Kung Fu Comics, I came across actually just by one of those TV apps. I believe it was either Plex or Pluto, one of those TV apps, and I was looking at the Hiya channel. That's pretty funny name, clever name, Hiya, the channel. And I actually saw that they had an advertisement on their channel for Kung Fu Comics. And I was like, wow, Kung Fu Comics. And that's kind of what led me to the other comic. I was like, seeing what else was out there for Kung Fu Comics, what was I missing? So, I went to the website, saw that they had all this. There's only been 3 comics that have been issued by Kung Fu Comics, but I ordered each and every single one of them. I got all 3, and so they came nicely. And then they also sent out these stickers. Of course, you could tell who this is here. So they sent out these stickers here. So I got a few of these stickers, which is kind of cool. So you could put that wherever you want. So here's the first one that I got here. Now another thing with these Kung Fu Comics, this is made by Mike Kelly and the editor Joel Kelly. So I don't know, they're related maybe, possibly. So this is obviously Enter the Dragon. Issue number 1, 2023, and of course the greatest martial arts movie ever, and the only graphic novel to bring it to you. So what is so cool is that, yes, this is Enter the Dragon as a comic, and then when you actually go to the website for Kung Fu Comics here, so here, you can see the back here, so you get your merchandise, Kung Fu Comics. So if you go to this website, kungfucomics.com, you can check out the different things he sells: shirts and phone cases for iPhones and all that type of stuff. And what was actually cool was something that I had an idea for, was that I wanted to make Kung Fu Comics, but I wanted to do comics that were like the movies and translate them into like comic book form. So not even necessarily like this, because this is Enter the Dragon is probably it's Golden Harvest, Golden Harvest, and I think Warner Brothers movie, and so that's Golden Harvest and the Shaw Brothers are among the popular for their kung fu movies. But there are a lot of other obscure kung fu movies where they, I don't even know if they still have the rights for those movies and that. So I was like thinking, wow, it'd be cool like if you were able to like put those into like a comic, and then maybe have them like with a package, like a VHS type packaging type thing, and so then it has that kind of nostalgia feel to it. So that was my kind of idea that I had wanted to do, and then to see that this guy is actually doing this is actually pretty cool. So I had to support this, and then also he also shows previews for other comics that he's going to be doing. Like he has like a Chinese Hercules and I think another Angela Mao comic, and the Flying Guillotine. I mean, I can't wait to see those comics. when they come out. So hopefully, but one thing I hope, like, because there's 3 comics that I have here I'm going to show off, and these are all #1. So it'd be nice if maybe he would like try and maybe finish a story, finish a movie, and then move on to the next one. Like that would probably be really cool. I mean, if it took a while, I would wait, but it's kind of like you have to wait for the first one, the second one, the third one, and then I'm not sure how long each one will take. Um, so I think he was kind of saying maybe the next one of this Enter the Dragon might not be till the end of the year. So I don't know. We will see. But anyways, so we're getting back to this here. So Enter the Dragon, and this is looking really, really nice here. And again, the pages with all of these books and comics feel really, really nice here. So he gives a little nod to Angela Mao Ying, I had a little crush on when I was a kid watching her kung fu movies. Um, so he gives a little nod to her, a little write up, and then you can see Enter the Dragon. And again, I'm not gonna show you the whole book, but I'm gonna show you the different things here, some of the different intros. So you can see at the beginning, he has like at the beginning of the movie, where you see Bruce Lee taking on Sammo Hung at the beginning of Enter the Dragon. So you can see the art is really, really nice. And another, if you get a chance, I want to try and put a link for this too, if I can. He has a link for a little short movie that he did for Fist of Fury, or Big Boss would be the American name. So you should check this out. It's pretty cool. So this is, I mean, you look at the art here. You can tell who Bruce Lee is and Sammo, and all the action is great. So, and then of course, if you watch this movie, it's just like the movie onto the comic book pages, and I think that's just really, really cool. That someone is able to do this and adapt this here. So very, 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 very well done here. And again, everything is nice and feels great. The production is really well done. So this is just the intro here, and again, this is only issue 1. So, and if I had to say how many pages, there's not really a page count here, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess maybe, I don't know. We're gonna say 60. I guess maybe 60 pages. I'm gonna guess. But for this, like, you guys have watched Enter the Dragon, so he does it pretty faithfully here. As you've watched the movie, this is kind of like goes along with the movie. There's little extra parts here and there that he threw in, to kind of extend the story maybe a little bit, but other than that, it's still very faithful to the movie here. So this is Enter the Dragon. I'm going to show you the next movie book that he did. Okay, so here's the next one here. Kung Fu Comics, Fist of Fury, The Tao of Chen Zan. This one was made #1 in 2021. And again, you have Pencils Inc.'s Mike Kelly, covered by Stephen Morris, and Great Hones Gabriel El Tiab. Hope I said his name right. So again, you could tell this is obviously a Bruce Lee story. So this is what they call Fist of Fury, and then in America they call Chinese Connection. And so this is a continuation actually of the end of that movie. So I mean, and then here's the back here. Just before the tale continues, as legendary Chen Zan cannot be stopped. And here's the link here, Kung Fu Comics, to see what's brewing. Go to that site. Please go to that site, yes. These books, yeah, they were like $10. I forgot to say the price of these books, but they are $10 American. The other Curtis Fujita's book, I cannot remember how much I paid for that. I believe it was like 20 something with the shipping and obviously conversion, and it came out to like 40 something dollars Canadian for me, but that is all right. That is totally fine. So here you can see here, you have the introduction here, Kung Fu Comics, The Tao of Ron Hall. So here's another story that actually that they're making here at Kung Fu Comics. And this one here is a black and white comic as opposed to Enter the Dragon. And actually, you know what? It actually suits the theme of the movie of Chinese Connection. So you kind of get, it kind of rewinds the end of the story a bit here. And again, the art is really well done, and the book is feeling really nice, and the art is, looks great and everything. The action in that. Uh, so you can see here, and again, it is black and white, but to me that didn't take away from the story or the look of the book or anything like that. And you can see there is this guy here. Sorry for the glare. Um, so this is continuing on from the Chinese Connection movie at the end. Where they're arresting Chen Zan for the fight that he had at the end with the Japanese school, and so they were going to get ready to kill him at the end as he's going to make his big jump that he does at the end of that movie, and then they're getting ready to fire, but then so he makes a jump, and then there's some renegades that actually have heard of Chen Zan and save him and shoot these officers. These Japanese officers that were going to kill him, and then so the story moves on from there. So it was a very, very good story. I enjoyed reading it. I enjoyed reading all these stories, just so you know. And again, it is very well done, very well made. The book, it feels really nice. The pages feel nice, and it is a very, very good read. Very quickly, because again, I'm not reading a lot of text in that, so you're going to go through these books pretty quickly here. So again, I'm not going to spoil lots of stuff here for this book, but it is really well done, and you're not necessarily, for this story here, you're not necessarily reading a carbon copy of what happened in the movie. Actually, this is kind of like its own story because it's telling from the end of Chinese Connections to become its own story. So that's pretty cool. I think there have been other movies that have done that. I think with like Jet Li, Fist of a Legend, and I think maybe Donnie Yen did one too. I can't remember, but there have been other stories of Chen Zan, and his journey after his master being killed, and going after the Japanese and that. So very, very well done. Very nice book. All nice binding and that, and it feels great. So that was The Fist of Fury. I'm going to show you the last book in the collection here. Okay, so here's the last one I purchased here. So this is the Kung Fu Comics Soul Brother number 5, number 1, 2023. So this is more of a story of, says, with the strength of 10 men, 2 small boys, and an angry mule, Soul Brother number 5 travels Europe seeking the whereabouts of his missing Shaolin brothers. So again, kungfucomics.com, and then you got Mike Kelly, Gabriel L. Tiab, and Joel Kelly. So again, this is a journey of this martial arts master looking for his brothers. So here's like the 9 brothers, 9 of the most skilled Shaolin monks left the U.S. seeking to start a temple in Egypt and mysteriously went missing. So I guess the Soul Brother number 5, he's going to try and seek out his other brothers here. This will show you the back of the book as well. So here's the Enter the Dragon I showed earlier. And again, this one was $8. So the 2 main Bruce Lee ones were $10. This one is $8. Okay, and then again, they show you the kungfucomics.com to see more. Okay, so again, this is its own original story. This is not a movie story here. This is its own story, but this is, and you can see this is in color, and it's a very well done story. Again, it's an intro. These are all introduction, I'm losing my words here. Introductory books. So you're not going to get. You're going to get a little bit of action, but not quite deep into the stories just yet. So, I really, really look forward to hopefully seeing where these stories move on here. So yeah, but the colors are really well done. The art is really well done. The book, the layout, everything. So again, please support these guys. These guys are really doing work here. Look out for Soul Brother #5. Uh, Look out for the next issue of Soul Brother #5. So it doesn't say when it's coming out. So I hope that these books they come out, in a relatively timely manner, and not like just an anniversary, one a year type deal. So because I'm anxious, I want to read them. I want to read all these stories. These I as much as I always liked watching kung fu movies, I always liked reading kung fu movies and kind of using your imagination for these things. So there you have it. So that was 4 books in total. 3 from Kung Fu Comics, 1 from Fifth Ring Studios under Sifu Curtis Fujita. So there you have it. That was my Kung Fu Comics pickups while I've been on summer holidays here. And I just want to thank everybody for your support and for subscribing. Thank you for watching, guys. I know, again, excuse me. You've watched many of my other videos. I've done these types of book reviews, and again, I'm a person. I love all different types of sports, movies. I love all different. I love action. I love superheroes, and so I have many different interests in that. And sometimes to do everything, there's just not enough time in this world to do everything. And especially have time with your family, and to be working. Right now I have 2 jobs that I'm doing right now, so it's a little tough right now to worry about making videos sometimes, but I always have you guys in mind. I always want to, try and do something that's fresh and independent, and something that you just probably never heard of, and give it a little bit of attention sometimes. So thank you guys for your support. I really appreciate it. And of course, if these guys, when they make their additional comics, I'd like to probably put more on the channel, to showcase their books. And of course, I'm still be playing games. I have a few other games coming in. I'm really trying to, cut down on a lot of the purchasing I'm doing nowadays. And so that's why I say I'll see how far the channel goes. But I do have a lot of content to still put on this channel. It's still going to be going for quite a while. I have still a lot of wrestling content I want to do for, obviously, for Full Singer games, for the Squared Circle game. I've been trying to play when I have time, fine tuning things with a lot of these games, and of course to my liking, and then I have different books that I'm reading that I'd like to show off, and just all kinds of different things, guys. There's all kinds of different things out there that I'd like to show. Just gotta have the time for it, right? So yeah. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video here. One thing of interest actually will be funny is that there actually is a Bruce Lee anime coming out, I believe, next year under Shannon Lee. So that'll be interesting to see what happens with that, how far that will go. And again, I'm going to try and put in the link, the animated little short that Kung Fu Comics here did for that Bruce Lee Big Boss movie. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have any comments, questions regarding this or any of my other videos, please feel free to comment. I will try and answer as quickly as I can. And thank you guys again. I appreciate all your support. And I'm sorry that I haven't been making videos on a regular, but hopefully I'll be trying to do some videos here and there, especially as things will be starting to come in pretty soon with a lot of my other purchases that I've made over the year. There should be some games coming in pretty soon, especially the Marvel Zombies game that I probably should get before a lot of other people, actually, for living in Canada, because they're actually shipping that out out first in one of the containers. So just waiting for that. But again, thank you guys for watching, guys. I appreciate the support again, and thank you all, and hopefully see you guys in another video very, very soon. Okay, take care, and God bless, and thank you again.